Get started promptly at 12:15, and our technical officials are now on poolside ready to make a start. So if we could vacate the pool, please. So good afternoon and welcome to session 4 of the West District pre-SNAGs long course meet this weekend. This is the final session. Welcome to those spectators joining us this afternoon and those joining us on live stream. Before we get started, and we're due to start at 12:15, I will run through the health and safety. So in the event of an emergency, a siren will sound and staff will direct you to the nearest exit. Please ensure you keep all fire exits clear. Take a look around and check where the nearest exits are. There are to be no glass items or outdoor footwear poolside. Swimmers on leaving poolside should dry off and wear appropriate dry clothing and footwear. The stairways are to be kept clear and not to be used as seats. There's to be no mobile phones in the changing rooms, toilets or shower areas. Anyone wishing to take photographs or videos, the permission forms are available at the meet. Start that again at the spectator entry desk in the venue, failing which at the meet information office at the top of the stairs behind me. Videos cannot be posted on unsecure websites but may be posted on secure club websites. By attending the event, you accept that any photos or videos you take will not be used for illicit purposes, and that pictures and films produced will not be altered in any way or uploaded onto the web without the consenting writing of the persons photographed or films. Spectators who wish to take photographs are requested to focus on their own family members as much as reasonably possible, and to avoid including other participants in photos, particularly if they are being shared with family, friends or through social media. Swimmers, you're reminded that you should attend the marshal area at least 10 minutes before your own heat. I think there are reserves this afternoon, reserves who are here and wish to be considered for the chance to swim should also attend the marshalling area, and this will be 10 minutes before the first heat of the event to which they are a reserve. This will allow the marshals to offer a swim if available. So this afternoon's programme will consist of the 400 metre IM for the boys to start. Then we'll move on to the 100 metre butterfly, starting with the girls. Then it'll be the turn of the boys. 200 metre freestyle, girls then boys. 15 to 18-year-olds for the girls and boys, 50 metre breaststroke. The girls will then have the opportunity to swim the 1500 metre freestyle for those who have entered, and we'll finish the afternoon with the boys 14 and above 200 metre IM. So I'll introduce our senior officials for this afternoon. Before I do so, just a massive thanks to, as I said earlier today, to all of those attending today in a volunteering capacity, whether the back of house or on poolside for us. We couldn't run the event without you. Our senior officials this afternoon are referees John Anderson and Ross Stewart, and our starters are Graham Crawford and Deborah Hart with Eric Shields. Well, we'll get started just shortly with the first event of the afternoon, 401, which is, as I said, the boys 11 to 18, 400 metre IM. We have 3 heats of this event. The officials are just finalising things on poolside before we can get started. That's the start list come up. So that's an indication that we're nearly ready to get underway. Just a reminder to swimmers that to check the results from this morning. And if you haven't yet collected your medals, please do so. Please don't leave the venue without doing so. Otherwise it requires somebody to go through and post these through to the different clubs. So as this morning, Robert and myself will try to keep you up to date with the times for the swimmers. This is a pre-SNAGs event, so while some of our swimmers will have qualifying times already, others will have consideration times or be seeking to gain one or either of those. So this is Heat 1, Event 401. Lane 2, Kaylin Cardy, Stirling Swim. 3, Leighton Bonner, Inverclyde. 4, Kieran Brown, City of Glasgow. 5, Finlay Morris, Inverclyde. And 6, Ryan Crabby, Ren 96. So the boys will do 2 lengths of each stroke. And it's Kieran Brown who's taken the early lead, the 15-year-old from City of Glasgow. And the other swimmers in the pool are 13. So for the point of view of times for nationals, we'll fall into a different age group. If all the 13-year-olds are covered by a category 11 to 13. And Kieran will be fall into the 15-year age group, obviously. So after the turn there, it was Leighton Bonner from Inverclyde, who turned first, ahead of Kieran Brown and Kaylin Cardy, either side of him. And he continues to lead as the boys come down to the first 100 metres. So it will be Leighton Bonner. Kaylin Cardy's got himself into second, Kieran Brown in third. Finlay Morrison behind them, and then Ryan Crabby. So the times that the boys need here, let's have a look. The 11 to 13-year-old Kaylin Cardy, consideration time 6:16.60, so his entry time gives him a consideration time already. Leighton Bonner also has a consideration time. Kieran Brown will be seeking to get that today. Finlay Morris, consideration time, as has Ryan from Ren 96. So the boys need to get their times down to, at least the 13-year-olds, down to 5:56. Not impossible. Kaylin's Leighton Bonner, 7 seconds off of that on his entry time. So we'll see what he can do as Kaylin continues to lead the field ahead of Leighton Bonner. Kieran Brown in third, as the boys are coming down to complete the first 200 metres, and will turn and go on into their breaststroke. So Kaylin Cardy, Leighton Bonner, Kieran Brown. Not much between Kieran and Finlay. It's really closed the gap there. Finlay coming up in lane 5. And we'll see what strengths the boys have in their breaststroke. as Kaylin moving away from the field. And coming up alongside Leighton, Kieran, Finlay and Ryan. And it will be Kaylin who will continue to lead at the turn, but on his shoulders are Leighton Bonner and Kieran Brown. So who's going to... Pardon, it's actually Leighton Bonner, Kieran Brown and Finlay Morris all pretty much in a line there, 3:51. Kaylin Cardy has just around a 4-second lead on those three boys, as Kieran Brown begins to make a move ahead of Leighton. Finlay Morris continuing to swim well, and the Ren 96 swimmer Ryan Krabby coming up and getting himself, I think, into third, just ahead of Finlay Morris there. But it is still Kaylin Cardy leading the field into the turn for the final 100 metres. And Ryan Krabby has got himself up into second ahead of Kieran Brown. That's your 1, 2 and 3 with 100 metres to go. Good turn there for Ryan Krabby. He's got himself on par with Kaylin Cardy. Leighton Bonner just dropped off the pace of the other four boys a little bit there. Kaylin is holding on to the lead as the boys come up to go into the final turn. And Leighton's trying to close the gap now between him and the rest of the field. Looks like he's managing to do so. He's gained some of the ground back. It's still Kaylin Cardy, 5:19. Ryan Krabby, 5:22. 5:23 for Finlay. Kieran and then Leighton in behind them. So coming into the closing stages of this first heat of the 400 IM. Kaylin Cardy, the 13-year-old from Stirling Swim. His entry time 6:12.20. See what he's going to finish in. Very strong finish there for Kaylin. 5:58.10. So improved consideration time for him. Kieran Brown in behind him in second, and Leighton Bonner closed that gap successfully. Oh, I beg your pardon, the times have been adjusted now. So it was Finlay Morris, I think, in third, and Leighton Bonner in fourth. A disqualification in lane 6 for a technical infraction. But I'm going to wait for these results to be confirmed. Here we go. Kaylin Cardy, Kieran Brown, Finlay Morris, 1, 2 and 3. And we move on to Heat 2, Lane 0, Callan Forsyth, South Ayrshire. 1, Aidan Nixon, Bells Hill Shark. 2, Aaron Machin, City of Glasgow. 3, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim. 4, Dylan McShane, City of Glasgow, Empty Lane 5. 6, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. 7, Callum Geddes, Bells Hill Shark, Empty Lane 8. And 9, Lewis Bray, Inverclyde. So it's Nikolai leading the field after the first 50 metres, 31.12 at the turn there. Dylan McShane, 32.41. So Nikolai already has a qualifying time for the for SNAGs. Just be looking to improve on that. Had a bit of practice at swimming this event on long course this afternoon, as Nikolai comes in to turn first and moves over to the backstroke. In behind him, Dylan McShane and then Lachlan Small. Lachlan Small also has a qualifying time already for SNAGs alongside Nikolai. It's the 13-year-old from City of Glasgow, the birthday boy today, who continues to lead the field ahead of Dylan McShane and Lachlan Small. But Callum Geddes is in fourth, so he's looking to get up alongside those boys, first three boys. So some encouragement from fellow swimmers there as the boys come up to the halfway mark, the 200 metres. It will be the City of Glasgow swimmer Nikolai Cisnet who will turn first. Dylan McShane maintaining his second position and Lachlan Small in third. Bells Hill Shark swimmer Caleb Geddes in fourth. And we'll see what the breaststroke brings. Not sure it's going to be about Nikolai here. He's looking pretty strong. I think it's going to be about what happens behind him, as we can see Dylan McShane and Lachlan Small almost in a line there swimming together. Caleb will be looking to close that gap. Aaron Machin in lane 2, swimming well there. But I think Lachlan Small's got himself ahead of Dylan McShane and will turn at first at the turn there ahead of him. Nikolai, of course, remains in first. Probably may catch him. Lachlan's certainly giving it a go. Motoring down this length now. Significant lead over Dylan McShane. Lachlan certainly showing his strength in the breaststroke, as is coming up on the shoulders of Nikolai. Lachlan is really motoring. I think he's got the advantage now. Nikolai needs to respond as Lachlan comes into the turn. 100 metres to go. Just ahead, 4:03.86, 4:04.92 for Nikolai. Dylan McShane in third, 4:11.03. So it's all going to be about Lachlan and Nikolai and this last 75 metres. Nikolai will have seen the challenge over on from lane 3 there. So whether he can respond, can Lachlan keep this going as the boys come into the turn here. Lachlan's just got the advantage over Nikolai. Let's see what we can do. No, the scoreboard's saying differently. Nikolai turned first, but really 2 100ths of a second between these two boys as they come down for home. Who is going to finish the fastest here? Looks to me like Lachlan has got himself a good body length ahead of Nikolai. What can Nikolai do in the closing stages of this race this afternoon? I don't think he's going to be able to respond to that, and it will be Lachlan Small from Stirling Swim who finishes first there in a time of 5:15.95, 5:17.49 for Nikolai, and in behind them Dylan McShane will finish in third from City of Glasgow, 5:27.96. So a good time there for Lachlan. Well within the qualifying time for SNAGs. And Nikolai also in the same position, although both boys already had qualifying times. That's some improvement this afternoon as we move on to the final heat of event 401. As that's Lewis finished his race. As I said, we'll move now on to the final heat. That's the results confirmed. Lachlan Small, Nikolai Cisnet and Dylan McShane. Heat 3, Lane 0, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 1, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde. 2, Gregor Skinner, Bowness. 3, David Landman, City of Glasgow. 4, Thomas Traynor, East Kilbride. Empty lane 5. 6, Keane Smith, City of Glasgow. 7, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. 8, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96. And 9, Yusuf Ibrahim, City of Glasgow. It's Thomas Traynor, 29.97, Archie MacArthur, 30.35, and Logan van der Meulen, 31.55 at the turn there. Thomas Traynor, the 16-year-old from East Kilbride, continuing to lead the field. He has the advantage. Lane 1, Archie MacArthur, the Inverclyde swimmer, 14 years of age, swimming well, as is lane 7, Logan van der Meulen. So these three boys are your 1, 2 and 3 at the moment. The turn, Thomas Traynor, 105, 107, 107 for Archie and Logan. To turn and to the backstroke. Will Thomas be challenged with this? You see Logan van der Meulen swimming well there. I think he's getting himself certainly within half a body length of Thomas Traynor. It's always difficult to see just from this angle. I think the three boys are still your 1, 2 and 3 as Thomas Traynor turns first. Logan van der Meulen 4 seconds behind him, and Archie MacArthur within a second of Logan. So Thomas in the centre of the pool there, certainly looking very strong, very comfortable in his backstroke. So Thomas Traynor leading the field still, looking very strong with his breaststroke. Logan van der Meulen in second. Archie MacArthur continues to swim well over there in lane 1. I think he's still in third place. Just keep an eye on the turn-ins here. But Logan van der Meulen seeking to close the gap between himself and Thomas Traynor. Although Thomas has a pretty substantial lead there and looking very comfortable. Archie MacArthur over in lane 1 is in third behind Logan. But again, there's a gap there. Keane Smith alongside Logan, lane 6. Looking to get himself up into the placings as Thomas Traynor turns into the freestyle. Logan van der Meulen 7 seconds behind him. Is that too much of a gap to be able to catch Thomas? Time will tell. Archie MacArthur third, just in behind him Keane Smith. Less about half a second between those two boys. So that will be the battle for third place. As Thomas Traynor turns for the final time and heads for home. It's time there, 4:17.52. Logan van der Meulen for 26.16. So Thomas has extended his lead. Archie MacArthur in third. Just not far behind him, Keane Smith. So Archie will need to try and be aware of what Keane is trying to do to get himself up into third place. As we look back to the top of the pool here, as Thomas Traynor comes in to finish there in a time of 4:51.33. Lachlan van der Meulen will finish in second. and does so in a time of 5:00:63. Logan's well within the qualifying time there. He'll be pleased. Thomas Trainers improved on his time, already having a qualifying time there. Archie MacArthur is 14, his finish time there 5:07:81. Takes him with, sees him with an improved qualifying time there, so well done to the boys. As we move on to event 402, and it's the girls 100 metre butterfly.
I did appreciate your Leila, and did you see, was that Maroon 5?
Oh, well done.
Yeah, so, yeah. So thanks to Jackie for doing that big slog herself. We now move on to the girls 100 butterfly. In 0, Lily Robinson, Oban. 1, Niamh Scott, City Glasgow. 2, Erin Lockley, Sarnar Stingrays. 3, Honor McCarthy, Inverclyde. 4 is Sarah Sampson, Renfrew Baths. 5, Mariana Patrick, Stirling Swimming. 6, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld. 7, Olive Jeffrey, Lanark. 8, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. And in 9, it's not Rose Gourley on your board, it's Charlotte McGavin from Hamilton Bass, 13-year-old. So a nice strong start in the middle by Sarah. She's now being challenged by Honor McCarthy. And those two almost together. It's Inverclyde last. It's just beginning to get her head in front. It's advantage now with Honor from Sarah. Third place, finishing extremely strongly in 7 is Olive Jeffrey. Marianne Patrick well there. It's tight at the finish. It's going to be Honor, Sarah, or is it? It's Honor. Sarah will be third. Olive just snatches on the touch, second place. Honor McCarthy, 1:18.99. Olive Jeffrey, 1:19.67. Sarah Sampson, 1:19.78. That's improves the consideration time for the winner in that one. It's not quite a qualifying time, but a cracking time nevertheless.
Okay, so there's another one here.
Sophie.
Okay, and I've put in the time there for you.
Thank you. So Molly's out of the butterfly. Oh, she didn't swim it well. So the second heat, 0, Lilliman, City Glasgow. 1, Anna Lee, Stirling Swimming. 2, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 3, Katie Gaffney, Rutherglen. 4, Grace McElwain, Stirling Swimming. 5 is Amelia McClusker, City Glasgow teammate Daisy Ogdee. In 6, 7, Niamh Quinn, Kintyre. 8 is our reserve Emily Taylor from Lanark. And 9, Casey Dixon from Rutherglen. Oh, cracking start in lane 5. Amelia McClusker, 16-year-old City Glasgow swimmer. 1:14.30 is really what she'll be hoping to try and get close to, or inside if she can. That's the consideration time. She's not going to get a qualifying time. And we're also finishing nicely, Anna Lee from Stirling, 15-year-old. She needs a 1:18.70 to get a qualifying time, and she's really motoring down the final stretch. Fancy she might actually take this, the Stirling girl. Also, Amy Dobson with a late surge from Kingston. That's going to be the first 3. It's going to be Anna Lee, Amy Dobson, Amelia McClusker. Well, Anna Lee, 1:16.22. That's not quite consideration time. Amy Dobson, 1:16.22. That is a qualifying time, so well done to Amy Dobson. A cracking swim. That 1:17.29 gets her a qualifying time, and third, Mel McCusker. Third heat, 0 Chloe Henry, Hamilton Bass, 1 Eva Ross, City Glasgow teammate Eva Gordon in 2. Reserve is Sophia Mooney in lane 3 from City Glasgow. Emily Dawson in 4, M&B. 5 Emma Binney, North Ayrshire. 6 Abby McMillan, City Glasgow. 7 Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. 8 Alex Shepherd, Cumbernauld, and teammate Eva Brackenridge goes in 9. Lanes 5 and 7 going well, as is lane 1. Eva Ross is the early leader, 34.91. Eva Brackenridge on the near side, coming through very strongly. Over on the far side from us, Eva Ross in lane 1, still well there. In 5, Emma Binney going nicely. Abby McMillan coming through in lane 6. 7, Charlotte Craig also well there, and Eva Brackenridge dropping back a wee bit in 9. It's getting pretty tight. It's Emma Binney, Abby McMillan, little between the two girls. It's Abby McMillan with a late surge. Abby McMillan's going to get up to take this. Abby McMillan just gets that. Emma Binney and Charlotte Craig all on this side. Well done, girls. Cracking times, 1:15.47, 1:15.75, 1:17.29. I think we'll find they're all inside the qualifying time, so that will potentially get you swims at Nationals, or potential swims at Nationals, the first 3 home. Well done. You just, yeah. Heat 4, Imogen Barrett, Ren 96 is in lane 0. 1, Sophia McGinley, Cumbernauld. 2, Ailey McNair, M&B. 3, Ciara Finlayson, City Glasgow. 4, Addison Coe, Hamilton Bass. 5, Thea Glenn, City Glasgow. 6, Ailey Melrose, Inverclyde. 7, Eva McDermott, M&B. 8, Amber Hinton, Dumfries. And 9, Anna Campbell, City Glasgow. 1:15s through to 1:17s. Well, we've seen some cracking times in the first few heats. And lane 7, Eva McDermott, 33.69. Cracking start. She's 18, so she's looking for a 1:12.30 for a consideration time. Well, she might surprise us all and just do that. Lane 2 and 3, Ailey McNair, her teammates going nicely, being challenged by Ciara Finlayson in 3. Keep going, Eva. Anna Campbell in 9 coming through as well. It's tightening up inside the final few metres. It might just be Ciara Finlayson. Oh, it's tight. It's Ciara Finlayson and in lane 2, Ailey McNair just touching out Eva McDermott. 1:15.10 for Ciara, 1:15.30 and 1:15.43 for the 2 girls from M&B, 2nd and 3rd. At 1:15.10, just missing out. Sorry for Ciara, that that 1:15.10 for Ciara, right on the money. That is a qualifying time for City Glasgow swimmer. In heat 5, 0 Anna Tichenko, City Glasgow. 1 Emma Miller, Kintyre. 2 Amy Rell, 3 Sky Buchanan, both City Glasgow. 4 Phoebe Murdoch, South Ayrshire. 5 Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. 6 Millie Convin, Dumfries. 7 Leah Rafferty, West D. 8, Alana Wilson, Belsill Sharks. 9, Sophia Steele, South Ayrshire. Lane 5, Melissa Many, she's had a good morning and very strongly in this one, East Kilbride Lass, 32.06. Well, can she come back and maybe a 38 and get pretty close to a 110? She needs a 110.30. Sorry, she needs a 1:18.70. We'll start again. 1:14.60. She's 15. A 1:11.60 is her target to get a qualifying time, but she wants to improve that. 1:13.30 if she can. Anna Tadichenko, the other 15-year-old, is really flying at the end, and she's going to take this, I think. Well clear is Anna Tadichenko. Second place, Melissa Many, and in lane 9, Sophia Steele. That's your 1:23. 1:10.68, and that is a qualifying time. Well done, Anna. Second place with an improved qualifying time, Melissa Many, 1:12.92 rather, and 1:13.70. Sophie Steele. That gets her a qualifying time. Well done, Sophie. Two more heats to go. Empty lanes in 1 and 2. So 2 Sarah Stewart, M&B, 3 Boo Rogerson, Dumfries, 4 Caris Mooney, City Glasgow, 5 Abby Barnstable, Lanark, 6 Emily Dickens, 7 Daisy McInnes, both City Glasgow, 8 Ava Kirkham, 9 Caitlin Frame, both Grangemouth. Might just be lane 5 again, Abby Barnstable. Lanes 4 and 7, well there. Abby Barnstable, similar time, 32.12, so we're probably in the 110 or 111 range. All these girls, 111, 112. So can you improve those times? Still very tight in the middle. Daisy McInnes in 7, being challenged by Eva Kirkham in 8, nearest us, but the 2 lanes in the middle have it. Abby Barnstable in 5. Caris Mooney in 4, Abby Barnstable just hanging on, Caris Mooney coming through, it's Abby and Caris, a little between the 2, Abby Barnstable, who's going to get this? Abby, just, I think Eva Kirkham maybe snitched third, she did indeed, 1:11.04, 1:11.06, well 200ths, it was tight at the death, it's just getting that arm over in the right position at the end. Well done girls. Eva Kirkham, 1:12.04 in third place. So qualifying times for the first 2 there are a consideration for Eva. Last heat, 0, Perry Scobie, Stirling Swimming, 1, Lise Connell, City Glasgow, 2, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otter, 3, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries, 4, Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire, Zoe Crawford's in 5 from Falkirk Otter, 6, Emma Craney from Cumbernauld, 7, Evie Mackey from Lanark, and 8, Honor McKeegan, Inverclyde, empty lane in 9, and it's lane 1. Ailey Robertson, 30.87. So some of these girls well under the 110 mark. For Ailey today, it's just a wee bit practice swim on this. Had a good meet last week at the Edinburgh International, making some B finals and doing really well in this one. Georgia Dickey from Dumfries, maybe in second. It's pretty close to second, no doubt about her winner. Ailey Robertson, Georgia Dickey, Lise Connell, and Evie Mackey. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. So that concludes our butterfly for the girls. We stick with butterfly, another 7 heats, and I think Jackie's had a wee refreshment now. So she'll take the first heat very shortly when we move on to the boys. Good luck, lads.
So just as the girls get out of the pool there, as Robert said, we're moving on to event 403, 7 heats for the 100 metre butterfly. So this is heat 1, lane 0, George Zimnowski, Sam Stranraer Stingrays, 1 Oliver McElraith, Cumbernauld, 2 Murray Johnson, Ren 96, 3 Andrew Patterson, City of Glasgow, empty lane 4, 5 Murray Callan, Lark Hall, 6 Max Buchanan, Renfrew Bath, 7 Finlay Morris, Inverclyde, 8 Brodie Lydon, Kingston, and 9 Conor McNaught, Grangemouth. So, number of boys in this event have consideration times. Murray Johnson, Andrew Patterson, Max Buchanan, Finlay Morris and Brodie Lydon, and they have consideration times already. They'll be looking for that, hunting down that qualifying time of 1:18.10 for the 11 to 13 year olds. This boy is certainly swimming very strongly. Murray Johnson over there in lane 2, Andrew Patterson alongside him. I think Andrew's just got the slight advantage on Murray as we come into the closing, and yep, it's going to be the City of Glasgow swimmer Andrew Patterson. Murray Johnson, Ren 96 in second. Oh, I think it's Renfrew Bath, Max Buchanan in third. Let's wait for the board, I beg your pardon, to confirm that. Andrew Patterson, Murray Johnson, Max Buchanan. Times there. So Murray Johnson a qualifying time, Andrew Patterson a qualifying time.
Good to see Jackie. Good swims again.
Yeah, particularly on a Sunday afternoon, Robert. It's good to see the energy that the boys have got to obtain those qualifying times. Well done to all.
So our second heat, we have an empty lane in lane 0. So the remaining 9, 1 Clark Meiklengill, Inverclyde, 2 Callum Struzik, Belsill Sharks, 3 Kel Harper, South Ayrshire, 4 Cole Ashwood, Airdrie Monklands, 5 Lewis Way, Inverclyde, 6 Kenneth Trainer, East Kilbride, 7 Conor McCrory, Inverclyde, teammate Blake Herman in 8, 9 Tyler Maurice, Stirling Swimming. 115s to 119s in this one. Nice strong start for Kenneth. 32.54. He's already had a grueling 1500. It's a nice warm up late this morning where he swam really well, and he's gone out very strongly in this one. Let's hope that he can bring this one home and get a good time, along with Cole Ashwood, who's also going well in 4. Finishing like a train, Conor McCrory in lane 7. East Kilbride lad is just going to hang on, very tight at the end. Kenneth Trainer, Cole Ashwood, and Conor McCrory. We'll wait for Cole's time to come up. I think Cole just gets second. Yes, he did. Kenneth Trainer, 1:11.15, 1:12.39 for Cole, and 1:12.47 for Conor. I think that gets some times, perhaps, Jackie, for nationals.
Nope. Time there. Yeah. Sorry, he did indeed. So just to confirm, in that last heat, that was a qualifying time for Kenneth Trainer, finishing first there. So we'll move on to heat 2. So I beg your pardon, heat 3, lane 0, Ewan Green, East Kilbride, 1 Arta Bondarieva, City of Glasgow. 2, Jack Trainer, Hamilton Bath. 3, Rhys Edwards, Dumfries. 4, Aidan McCavish, Bowness. 5, Carl Connolly, City of Glasgow. 6, Finlay Bennett, Rutherglen. 7, Aidan Thompson, City of Glasgow. 8, Ewan Nielsen, Cumbernauld. And 9, Ruben Pearson, Bells Hill. And it's Finlay Bennett at the halfway mark, Aidan Tomlinson second, and Aidan McCavish in third. So as the boys come down with 25 metres to go, Aidan Thompson swimming well. I think he's just got the advantage on the field there. A 16-year-old from City of Glasgow. Centre of the pool, Bowness swimmer Aidan McCavish I think is in second, but can he hold it? He's being challenged for that. Lane 8 there, and it went to the second place, went to Ewan Nielsen in lane 8. Third place to Aidan McCavish. So Aidan Thompson 1:11.57, Ewan Nielsen 1:12.14, and Aidan McCavish 1:12.37. Qualifying. So congratulations to Ewan Nielsen. He's got himself a qualifying time for Scottish national age groups.
Heat 4-0, Effie Ukupuru from South Ayrshire in 0, Ben Waddle, Grangemouth in 1, 2, Andrew Brackenridge, Cumbernauld 3, 3, Joe Carty, City Glasgow, and 4, Callum Trainer, Stirling Swimming, empty lane 5, 6, Nathan Lilly, Belsill Sharks, 7, Andrew Boyle, Oban, 8, Alex Stitch, Stirling Swimming, and 9, Aboudi Mufti, City Glasgow. 109s to 112s in this one. And Nathan Lilly, 30.26, 18-year-old from Belsill. Well, he needs a 104.60 to get a consideration time. Big ask when he's entered on a 110. Over on the far side, Effie Ugupuglu also going well. And it might be Effie who might end up taking this. Nathan's still there. It's Nathan, Effie, and the fast finishing Joe Carty. It might be lane 8 that gets third. Alex Stitch, it was Alex Stitch, the Stirling swimmer. Effie took that 110.68, Nathan 110.73, and Alex Stitch 111.64.
And heat 5, lane 0, Dylan McShane, City of Glasgow. 1, Eclava Singh, Scotia. 2, Cole Morrison, Stirling Swim. Empty lanes 3 and 4. Okay. Lane 3, I beg your pardon, Matthew Martin, Renfrew Bath. Empty lane 4, 5, Nikolai Sisnett, City of Glasgow. 6, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde. 7, Aaron Steele, East Kilbride. 8, Finlay Cunningham, Ren 96. And 9, Rory Calvert, Grangemouth. So some of the boys here are very close to those consideration times that they require. It's our 16-year-olds, a couple of our 16-year-olds. They'll be looking for a time of 108.20. For consideration, 105.30. So, back into the pool, Nikolai Sisnett in second, but it's Cole Morrison. No, beg your pardon, Matthew Martin from Renfrew Bath finishing first. Got himself in consideration time there, 104.15. Nikolai Sisnett, 104.64. already had a qualifying time. And in third place, Archie MacArthur, already with a qualifying time, finishing today, however, in a time of 1:05.55, both boys improving their entry time.
And the lad in fourth place got consideration time on steel.
Thank you.
And well done, Taran Steele, improving his consideration time by a big chunk in that last heat. 0 Guy Pelosi, City Glasgow. 1 is Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire. 2 Ethan Collins, Belsill Sharks. 3 Ben King, M&B. 4 Ben Montgomery, Stirling Swimming. 5 Ewan McLeod, Lanark. 6 Ethan Stewart, Hamilton Bass. 7 Kyle Wong, City Glasgow. 8 Cade McLaughlin, M&G, and 9 Callum McLaughlin, City Glasgow. Ewan McLeod and Ben Montgomery, 2 boys in the middle lanes. Very tight on their shoulders, Ethan Stewart from Hamilton. Going pretty well in lane 1. Benji Jeffries at the moment, lanes 4 and 5. Ben Montgomery, Ewan McLeod. Ben Montgomery and Ewan McLeod with Benji Jeffries. Ben Montgomery, Ewan McLeod, Benji Jeffries. Oh, I think Benji's maybe second there. Ben, well, was 10th of a second between the three of them. Ewan McLeod on that touch, 103.67, takes that. 103.72 was Benji and 103.77 was Ben. So Benji Jeffries got a qualifying time in that last heat. Well done, Benji.
And this is Heat 7, Lane 0, Dean Bugatti, Hamilton Bath. 1, Max Pelosi, City of Glasgow. 2, Cameron Shaw, Grangemouth. Empty Lane 3. 4, Finley Nelson, Dumfries. 5, Lewis Gray, Inverclyde. 6, Adam Scott, Ren 96. 7, Guia van der Meulen, Stirling Swim. 8, Adam Curry, South Ayrshire. And 9, Kai Connolly, City of Glasgow. At the turn there is Adam Scott. Adam, the 16-year-old from Ren 96, is already qualified for SNAGs in this event. It's being challenged, however, this afternoon by Adam Curry. No, that's not right. Sorry, Finley Nelson, I beg your pardon, being challenged by Adam Scott there. As Finley comes down and is going to finish this event in first. Adam Scott second, and I think Max Pelosi in the third. Indeed, that is the finishing order. Finley Nelson 1:00.08, Adam Scott 1:00.61, and Max Pelosi 1:01.61. So for Max, that's got himself a qualifying time. Congratulations. We now move on to the girls 200 meter freestyle. We have 6 heats. No, she has told me.
So we're on to double the distance. It's freestyle for the girls. 6 heats, Rebecca Marsh and 0 from Renfrew Bass. 1, Hannah McGeig, South Ayrshire. 2, Charlotte Craig, Ren 96. 3, Keisha McCormack, Scotia. 4, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen. 5, Leah Rafferty, West D. 6, Ruby McInnes, North Ayrshire. 7, Amy Dobson, Kingston. 8, Orma McCarty, Inverclyde. And 9, Ern Lockery from Stranraer Stingrays. 2:26 to 2:34 are the ranges here. 2:32.50 is a qualifying time for the 13-year-olds. So the consideration time, qualifying time is 2:26.80. Quite a number of 13s and one 12-year-old, Charlotte Craig from Ren 96 in lane 2. 15 and an 18-year-old in lanes 5 and 3. So we're going roughly halfway. 1:11.28. So in that likelihood, Casey Dixon likely to come in somewhere round about the entry time that she's entered at, 2:26.70.
It's not Leah Rafferty, it's Georgia Reid.
Georgia Reid is actually the swimmer in lane 5, not Leah Rafferty. So my apologies to those of you on the live stream. City Glasgow swimmer, she's an entry time of 2:27, fairly similar to the swimmer who's pulled out of this one, and she's going to get the job done by winning this. Casey Dixon in second. Third place and finishing very strongly is Honor McCarty from Inverclyde. She might sneak into second here. No doubt Georgia Reid's got this one wrapped up. Casey Dixon maybe just gets second, and third place Honor McCarty. Well, Honor had a qualifying time, sorry, consideration time. She's improved her consideration time by a couple of seconds or so, so not a qualifying time but a better consideration time for Honor. Well done. Charlotte Craig also improves her time. My apologies, Charlotte Craig virtually on her entry time. She also has a consideration time anyway, but doesn't really improve it today. Just wait for that to be confirmed. Amy Dobson, 2:32.11. She also had a consideration time that hasn't improved after today's swim. So that result now on the board confirmed. Just relax for a moment, girls. Yeah, those of you on the live stream, you may have seen the swimmer in lane 8 has just a slight problem with her shoulder. She's just going to take a minute out, just check whether she is able to swim this. So the other girls will just relax for a wee minute, girls. Hopefully Kira will be good enough to come and take part.
So just read a few results out from earlier, Robert, then, if that's okay. Event 401, boys 11 to 13, 400 metre IM. First place, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow, Aaron Machin second, City of Glasgow, and third, Caelan Cardy, Stirling Swim. 14-year boys, Archie MacArthur from Inverclyde in first, Lachlan Small, Stirling Swim second, and Callan Forsyth, South Ayrshire third. 15-year-old boys, first place, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth, second, Tom Jeffords, Ren 96, third, Caleb Geddes, Bells Hill. 16-year-old boys, Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride first, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swim second, and David Landman, City of Glasgow third. 17-year-old boys, Keane Smith, City of Glasgow first, Gregor Skinner, Bowness second.
That's good. It looks like Ciara's now managed to get herself sorted. Good luck, Ciara. Good luck to the rest of the girls as well.
So this is Heat 2, Lane 0, Rachel McGavin, Hamilton. Reserve in Lane 1, Lucy McLeod, Grangemouth. 2, Emily Dawson, Milngavin Bearsden. 3, Rebecca Strachan, City of Glasgow. 4, Lane 4, Imogen Barrett, Ren 96. 5, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. 6, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton. 7, Lucy Hunter, Motherwell, Wishaw. 8, Kira Finlayson, City of Glasgow. And 9, Sophie Steele, South Ayrshire. And it's Hannah Lindsay at the turn there in first, leading the field. Lucy McLeod. Beg your pardon, the board's not been updated with names. Use my sheets instead. Sophie Steele in third place. So Hannah Lindsay continues to have the advantage over the field, but Lucy McLeod, the 16-year-old from Grangemouth, swimming well, one of our reserves this afternoon, and she'll turn in second. South Ayrshire swimmer Sophie Steele will turn in third. So at the halfway mark, it's Hannah Lindsay, Lucy McLeod and Sophie Steele. And Hannah Lindsay having a great swim this afternoon. Hannah's entry time here, 2:25.80, a consideration time for SNAGs. She needs to get under 2:19.20 to convert that to a qualifying time. Lucy McLeod also has a consideration time. Indeed, most girls in this event have consideration times for the SNAGs event. But it is Hannah Lindsay who's going to lead the field home. In behind her will be Lucy McLeod. They're over there in lane 1, with a battle going on for third, as Hannah finishes there in a time of 2:21.51. In behind her was Lucy McLeod, and third Lucy Hunter in a time of 2:26.36.
Well done, Ciara, for swimming. Hopefully you're feeling okay after that. Yeah, she shouldn't have swum that.
No, I don't think she should either.
That was stupid. So third heat, 0 Lisa McNair from Grangemouth, 1 Abigail Crawford, City Glasgow, 2 Emily Easton, Larkhall, Avondale, 3 Abby Barnstable, Lanark, 4 Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96, 5 Erin Coulter, Hamilton Bath, 6 Evie Judge, Kintyre, 7 Joanna Calder, M&B, 8 Ella Cunningham, 9 Anna Campbell, both City of Glasgow. 2:23s to 2:25s in this one. So can we get something close to 2:20? Good start in 5. It's a better start in 1 though. in 32.38 for Abby Barnstable. Anna Campbell on the near side. Difficult to see from where we are at that 50 mark. Going well in second. Our teammate Ella Cunningham well there. And over on the far side, Emma Leeson coming through to challenge Abby. So it might just be lane 3 and 2 at the halfway mark, just from lanes 8 and 9. Abby 108.72. So we're in the sort of low 220s range here for our leader. Emily Easton still on the shoulder of Abby. So the Lanark swimmer just with the slight advantage to City Glasgow girls in 8 and 9. Just a little bit further back. Ella Cunningham trying to get herself certainly into the mix here. Abby Barnstable, Emily Easton and Ella Cunningham. Still the 1, 2, 3. Look for Joanna Calder finishing like a train in 7. Maybe even get second place. Well, there's a few finishing fast. Rebecca Summer also going well. Ella Cunningham still there. No doubt about the winner. Abby Barnstable, Emily Easton, and in lane 8, just I think, well, was actually Rebecca Summerall just getting up to take third ahead of Ella, who just misses out by 100th for that third place. 2:21.26 for Abby, 2:23.53 for Emily, and 2:24.11 Rebecca, 100th ahead of Ella.
So we move on to Heat 4, Lane 0, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow, 1, Zuzia Smith, Grangemouth, 2, Mirren Gibb, Dumfries, 3, Sky Buchanan, City of Glasgow, 4, Emma Miller, Kintyre, 5, Perry Scobie, Stirling Swim, 6, Ava Ross, City of Glasgow, 7, Amber Hinton, Dumfries, reserve swimmer Isla Dobson from Kingston in lane 8, and 9 is Heather Kellock from Dumfries. So at the turn, it's the Dumfries swimmer Amber Hinton, and first 32.38. Olivia Caldwell over there in lane 0, the 14-year-old from City of Glasgow, and Ava Ross in third, also from City of Glasgow. So Ava and Amber, they already have qualifying times here. The girls will be seeking to improve their times because they have consideration times. So Olivia Caldwell, Amber Hinton, oh, pretty close there, but it was Amber who turned first. Right in behind her, Olivia Caldwell, and Perry Scobie from Stirling Swim in third. So the girls are chasing down times here. Olivia Caldwell is looking for 2:22.40. Perry Scobie will be looking for 2:18.40 for your 1, 2 and 3. As I said, Amber already has a qualifying time. And at the turn there, as the girls turn and head for home, it is the 13-year-old from Dumfries, Amber Hinton, who is leading the field. Perry Scobie's now got herself up into second, and Olivia Caldwell in third. So it's whether Amber can hold them off. Perry Scobie certainly in the centre there, swimming really well, getting within touching distance of Amber to overtake her. Amber looks like she may just be strong enough to hold her off, and indeed she is. So it's Amber Hinton, Perry Scobie and Emma Miller in third. Improved times for these girls, but I'm not I don't think enough to get a qualifying time, but certainly improved consideration times. So there's the result confirmed. Amber Hinton 2:20.06, Perry Scobie 2:20.69, and Emma Miller 2:21.56.
Well, there's a few dropouts in this one. In 0 we have Daisy McInnes, City Glasgow. 1, Eva Gordon, Stirling Swimming. Empty lane in 2, Emma Leggett. 3, Hamilton Bass. 4, Millie MacArthur, Lanark. 5, Sophie Allison, West D. 6, Thea Glenn from City Glasgow. Empty lane in 7 rather, and 8, Emily Dickens, City Glasgow, and 9 is also empty. So 2 18s through to 220s in this one. Again, some swimmers already have qualifying times in this one. Daisy McInnes is one of these swimmers with a qualifying time. She's the early leader and still leads at the halfway mark. Eva Gordon up with her, possibly just turning in second. So 106.37 for Daisy. Eva 108.25. So Eva's time 2:20.10. She has a consideration time. She'll want to try and improve that. 2:18.40 is her target. Both the girls getting plenty of encouragement at the side there. Emily Dickens in lane 8. Still within striking distance, but now Eva Gordon strikes the front, using her distance ability to make good use in the second half of the race. Let's keep an eye on the clock for the swimmer in lane 1. 2:18.40 is what she wants, or better. Well, she's done better. Cracking swim, Eva. You have a qualifying time for nationals. Excellent swim from Eva there. Rest of the times, dare I say, insignificant in fact for national events. Eva Gordon 2:18.26, Emily Dickens 2:21.06.
And this is the final heat of event 404, heat 6, lane 0, Caitlin Frame, Grangemouth, no swimmer, lane 1, 2, Safrina Machin, City of Glasgow, 3, Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld, 4, Evie Mackey, Lanark, empty lane 5, 6, Sarah Stewart, Milngavie and Bearsden, 7, Georgia Dickey, Dumfries, 8, Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swim, and 9, Emma McGavin, Hamilton Baths. So a mixture here of girls with qualifying times already and consideration times. So Caitlin's got a consideration, Safrina consideration time, Sarah Stewart, Melissa Turnbull, Emma McGavin. So they'll be looking to improve those. Now 16-year-olds, they need to be a time of 2:18.40 or under. So they've all got times pretty close to that, so it's not impossible for them this afternoon. 17-year-old time is 2:16.10. So again, Sarah's within reach of that. See what happens. So at the halfway mark, it's Melissa Turnbull from Stirling Swim, 1:05.14. Evie Mackey second, and Georgia Dickey in third. Georgia already has a qualifying time for SNAGs. So as the girls move up to the 150 metres. The lead has changed now. It's Evie Mackey, Georgia Dickey second, and Melissa Turnbull third. So Evie has also qualified for this event at SNAGs. So it's Evie Mackey first, Georgia Dickey second, but all very tight for third, possibly the City of Glasgow swimmer Safrina Machin. Also need to watch lane 8, Melissa Turnbull. So as Evie Mackey comes in to finish her race this afternoon, followed by Georgia Dickey. In third place goes to Safrina Machin. So I think that's your 1, 2 and 3. That's going to boards confirmed that there. Evie Mackey 2:15.36, Georgia Dickey 2:16.26, and Safrina Machin 2:17.19.
So on to the boys free. Keelan Cardy, Stirling swimming in 1. Teammate Harrison McMillan is in 0 in 1. Is Andrew McMillan. 2, Andrew Patterson, City Glasgow. 3, Stephens, Rishtax, Stranraer Stingrays. 4, Riley Griffin, Adrian Monklands. 5, the reserve Joe Carty from City Glasgow. 6, Ryan Crabb, Red 96, teammate Murray Johnston in 7. 8, Samuel Roth, City Glasgow, and 9, Jack Keelan from Rhine 96, hopefully recovered from that arduous 1500. So the boys in the middle lanes off to a good start. Joe Carty and Riley Griffin. Stephens Lushtax also well there. Ryan Crabb, Murray Johnston, along with Keelan Cardy and Andrew Patterson, all very much in the mix as we approach the halfway mark. 1:08.90 through to 1:11.83. 3 seconds cover the first 7. And it looks like Joe Carty is going to take this one, just beginning to pull away. 2:18.40, so he's got a much faster entry time than the rest of the boys. So as expected, Joe's pull clear from Riley. There's 4 seconds roughly between them. On paper there's around 4.5, 5 seconds or more between Joe and the fastest swimmer in this. So just going to win this. Riley Stephens. Stephens now being challenged by Andrew Patterson as Joe takes this one. Andrew Patterson might just sneak second ahead of Stephens. That's how it finishes. Andrew and Stephens almost together, 2:24.04 and 34 respectively. Joe Carty very much on his entry time, 2:18.76. Some of the boys improving times. Just a wee bit further down. I think Murray Johnson gets a consideration time. Kaelin Cardy, I think, also in there.
And this is Heat 2, Lane 0, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. 1, Cameron Hamill, North Ayrshire. 2, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. 3, Kyle Mossman, City of Glasgow. 4, Reserve Swimmer, Ewan Green from East Kilbride Swim Team. 5, Michael Winship, City of Glasgow. 6, Aaron Dunn, City of Glasgow. 7, Aaron Steele, East Kilbride. 8, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. And 9, Cameron Beck, Inverclyde. It's Carl Mossman leading the field at the first turn there, with Adam Merrick second and Daniel Hendry in third. So as the boys come down, Daniel Hendry swimming well. Carl Mossman just ahead of him. I think that's your 1 and 2 as we come into the turn. Lane 8, Adam Merrick, however, no, he's still ahead of Daniel Hendry there. Not a lot in it, less than a second splits these three boys. Carl Mossman continuing to swim well there. Aaron Steele now got himself up into second. Adam Merrick third. Daniel Henry just drops away from the pace just a little bit there. Well, I think he's responded now to that and is beginning to swim pretty well coming down this final length, but it is still Kyle Mossman, Aaron Steele second. I think Daniel's got himself back up into third, and indeed he has, with Aaron Dunn coming in fourth there. So Kyle Mossman 2:14.34, Aaron Steele 2:14.97, and Daniel Henry 2:16.25. And Ewan Green, the reserve, has got himself a consideration time. I think by the looks of it, 2:18.83. That's him under 2:18.90 for consideration. Well done, Ewan.
Heat 3. 0, Fraser Van den Molen, Stirling Swimming. 1, Rory Duncan, South Ayrshire. 2, Ewan Watson, Renfrew Bass. 3, Caden McLaughlin, M&B. 4, Tyler Stewart. 5, Finlay Watson, both East Kilbride. 6, Jason Dixon, Stirling Swimming. 7, Callum McLaughlin, City Glasgow. 8, Tyler Maurice, Stirling Swimming. And 9, Jude Mowbray, City Glasgow. 2:13s to 2:15s in this one. Early leader looks to be Tyler Stewart, 29:47 at the 50. Girls Butterfly 100 metres. First Amy Rowell, City Glasgow. Second Amber Hinton, Dumfries. Joint third was Amy Dobson, Kingston. Charlotte Craig, round 96. 14-year-olds Evie Mackey, Lanark. Daisy McInnes and Ciara Finlayson, City Glasgow, second and third. 15-year-olds Anna Tachenko, City Glasgow. Melissa Menny, East Kilbride. Millie Convent, Dumfries. 16-year-olds Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. Georgia Dickey, Dumfries. Reece Connell, City Glasgow. And 17+, 17-18s, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk Otter, Ava Kirkham, Grangemouth, Honor McGeechan, Inverclyde. So halfway mark, Tyler Stewart still with the advantage, 103.02. over on the opposite side from where we are. Fraser van der Molen playing a lone furrow on his own. But it's still the advantage in the centre. Taylor Stewart from East Kilbride, 137.81. Finlay Watson, his teammate, coming through in second, but a long way off. Jason Dixon and also Callum McLaughlin in 6 and 7. Fraser van der Molen maybe just holding second, but Tyler Stewart's going to take this. Fraser van der Molen, I think, is just going to hang on for second. And in lane 5, I think Finlay Watson, in fact Finlay and Jason both together to 14.06, just ahead of Fraser van der Molen, who has to settle for 4th. Disqualification, lane 8 for a technical infraction in that last heat.
This is Heat 4 of event 405, lane 0, Dean Bargatti, Hamilton Bath. 1, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 2, Seamus Barbary, East Kilbride. 3, Callum Ferguson, Rutherglen. 4, Ewan Mitchell, East Kilbride. 5, Cameron Gill, Grangemouth. 6, Jamie Gilchrist, East Kilbride. 7, Luke Scott, Dumfries. 8, Alfie Churches, City of Glasgow. And a reserve swimmer in lane 9, Cameron O'Donnell from Hamilton Bath. And it's Alfie Churches, the City of Glasgow swimmer. Turns first there, 28.94. Ewan Mitchell in behind him, Seamus Barbary in third. So Ewan Mitchell has a consideration time. He'll be hunting down a qualifying time of 2:08.50 this afternoon. As the East Kilbride swimmer turns second, Ewan Mitchell in behind Alfie Churches in lane 8, and Seamus Barbary in third. So at the halfway mark, positioning pretty stable. Alfie Churches looking very strong there. A fairly comfortable lead, I think, over the rest of the field, as he goes into the final turn there, 1:32.85. Ewan Mitchell in second, 1:36 exactly, and Jamie Gilchrist takes up the third place now, 1:37.68. So Alfie's chasing down a time of 2:07.60. I'll just keep an eye on the clock as he comes into the closing stages of his race this afternoon. 2:05.09, so that's a qualifying time for him. Well done. Ewan Mitchell, 2:08.49. So that's Ewan into a qualifying time also. Well done. And third place, Jamie Gilchrist, in a time of 2:10.33. 2:10.33, does that not give him a... So he's got a consideration time there. So just to correct myself, Alfie's got a consideration time. I beg your pardon, Alfie. Consideration time for this event at the Nationals coming up.
Heat 5, 0 Ewan McLeod, Lanark, 1 Ben King, M&B, 2 Tom Jeffers, Ren 96, 3 Marcus Blake, City Glasgow, 4 Rory Calvert, Grangemouth, 5 Connor Stewart, Stirling Swimming, 6 Lewis Gray, Inverclyde, 7 Finlay Chang from City Glasgow, and 8 it's Rory McMillan, the reserve from Stirling, and in 9 his teammate Logan van der Mullen. 27.47, strong start. Connor Stewart from Stirling. Just give you the boys 100 butterfly, 11, 13-year-olds. Nikolai Sisnet, Blake Herdman, Lewis Bray. 14-year-olds, Archie MacArthur, Ethan Collins, Kenneth Traynor. 15-year-olds, Dean Bergatti, Effie Ugupuglu, and Alex Titch. Our 16-year-olds, Finlay Nelson, Adam Scott, Kai Connolly, and the 17-18-year-olds, Max Pelosi, Cameron Shaw, and Lewis Gray. So Connor Stewart, 59.35. Connor just outside the qualifying time. He needs a 2:03.30 to get the qualifying. I think it's the consideration time that he's got to hope for, as Rory Calvert comes storming through on his shoulder, and fancy Rory Calvert's going to take this one. Not been in the water much recently. And over on the far side, Ewan McLeod also finishing like a train. Ewan McLeod's going to take this, or is he? Lane 9 in fact. Logan van der Mullen, I think, has got that. Ewan McLeod and Rory Calvert. That's the 1-2-3 as far as I'm concerned. It was Logan van der Mullen, 2:06.23, sneaking in just to take that from Ewan McLeod on the opposite side. And Logan van der Mullen, that 2:06.23, sneaks nicely inside, gets him a qualifying time. Well done to Logan. Ewan McLeod, 2:06.56. That will get him a consideration time, so well done, lads. Rory Calvert, I think, also inside that consideration time, sub 2:07.40. So 2 considerations and a qualifying in that second last heat. Girls 200 freestyle, the 1-2-3 in the 11, 13-year-olds. Amber Hinton, Dumfries, Casey Dixon, Rutherglen, Honor McCarty, Inverclyde. More to follow.
And we move on to Heat 6, Lane 0, Keane Smith, City of Glasgow, 1 Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire, 2 Fergus Curry, Milngavie and Bearsden, 3 Jack Simpson, East Kilbride, 4 Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swim, and his teammate Guia van der Mullen in Lane 5, 6 Adam Scott, Ren 96, 7 Jack Doherty Simpson, Scotia, empty Lane 8, 9 Ben Montgomery from Stirling Swim. So Nathan Campbell 1, Jack Simpson 2, Guia van der Mullen 3 at the 50-metre mark. Keep an eye on the times for Ben Montgomery. It's a consideration time at the moment. He's looking for 2:03.30, so that qualifying time. Keane Smith, he'll be looking for 2:07.60 or faster. Fergus Curry 2:03.50. Having a consideration time already. The other boys have all qualified for SNAGs, as Nathan Campbell continues to lead the field ahead of Jack Simpson from East Kilbride. And in third place is Fergus Curry from Milngavie and Bearsden. So Fergus, as I said earlier, looking to get himself an improved time so he can for qualifying time there. His entry time this afternoon 2:04.20, but he wants 2:03.50 for the qualifying time. So we'll keep an eye on the clock for him, as it's still Nathan Campbell. Although the board's not updated for Jack Simpson, he is still in second place. And I think Lewis Gibson, sorry, I beg your pardon, Fergus Curry is in third, as Nathan Campbell comes in to finish his race this afternoon, 1:58.44. Jack Simpson, 2:01.91. Fergus Curry, 2:04.50. So an improved consideration time for... No, I beg your pardon, Jack is already qualified. I apologise. Fergus Curry, 2:04.50. An improved, hasn't quite made the qualification time there. But that's the results confirmed. Nathan Campbell, Jack Simpson, Fergus Curry, 1, 2 and 3.
14-year-old girls 200 free. First Evie Mackie Lanark, Daisy McInnes and Olivia Caldwell, second, third, City of Glasgow. 15-year-olds Erin Ferris, Cumbernauld, Hannah Lindsay, Hamilton Bass, Emma Miller from Kintyre. 16-year-olds Georgia Dickey, Dumfries, Svina Machin, City of Glasgow, and Eva Gordon, Stirling Swimming. 17-18-year-olds Melissa Turnbull, Stirling Swimming, Sarah Stewart, Milngavie Bearsden, Rebecca Somerville, Ren 96. So that's up to date with the results as we have them. We'll bring you 4:05 shortly.
Do this one. So heat 1 of event 406, girls 15 to 18, 50 metre breaststroke. Lane 2, Lyrdon Howard, Cumbernauld. 3, Isla Bennett, Rutherglen. 4, St Jana Gunawickrama, City of Glasgow. Teammate Milo Welsh in lane 5. 6, Hannah Miller, Kintyre. And 7, Morgan Dunn, Motherwell, Wishaw. So looking at the girls now, it's Hannah Miller, I think, just got the lead as she's going to hold this going into the wall. Indeed, I think she has there. Hannah Miller, 42.41. Lyrdon Howard, 42.40. And Isla Bennett, 42.70. 1, 2 and 3.
Zero to 9, Sarah Aiken, Niamh McGregor, Catherine McDonald, Blair Duncan, Niamh Riley, Mia Prygle, Fiona Ferguson, Ada Broden, Victoria Unska and Robin Vass. Cumbernauld swimmer Niamh Riley perhaps just sharing it from Blair Duncan from City Glasgow in 3. Ada Broden, round 96 on this side. Maybe just shades that side at the moment. Very, very close. Ada Broden perhaps going to take this. Fiona Ferguson. And over in lane 3, Blair Duncan, winning time 29.72. Fiona Ferguson 40.41. 40.67 for Blair. Some nice improved times for a lot of these swimmers there. Next one is maybe where we'll get some into national qualifying times.
Heat 3, Lane 0, Caitlin Frame, Ada East, Charlotte Glover, Rachel McGavin, Lewis Herdman, Cara McFadgen, Emily Chong, Eve McElram, Hannah Anderson and Amy McGregor. It's like the centre of the pool there. Lane 5, Cara McFadgen from Kintyre. Looks to be leading the moment. She's certainly being challenged by Emily Chong. But it is the Kintyre swimmer, I think, who's going to hold Emily as they come into the wall. Yep, there's the Cara McFadgen, 39.19. Emily Chong, 39.52. And Eve McElram, 39.87. So that's a consideration time to the Kintyre swimmer, Cara McFadgen. The time there, 39.19. As I said, consideration time for Snags. Well done, Cara.
Under 58, Rebecca Strachan, Iona Henderson, Heather Stewart, Niamh Quinn. Sorry, one ahead of myself. Erin Faulkner, Katie Watson, Louise Connell, Hannah Lindsay, Rose McDermott, Eva Brackenridge, Lucy McLeod, Erin Collins, Victoria Niven, and a Scott. We'll find Heather Stewart's, I know, showed next. Going strongly is Hannah Lindsay in lane 3. Also well there, Lucy McLeod, Erin Collins in 6 and 7. And I think it's Hannah Lindsay is going to take this one, 39.01. Well done to Hannah. That gets her consideration time for nationals. Lucy McLeod just misses out, 39.34 by 400ths. Third place, Eva Brackenridge, 39.58. So another consideration time. Well done, Hannah.
And Heat 5, Lane 0, Rebecca Strachan, City of Glasgow. 1, Iona Henderson, Rutherglen, empty lane 2. 3, Niamh Quinn, Kintyre. 4, Millie Colvin, Dumfries. 5, Lexine McCappin, Falkirk. 6, Anna Dixon, Kingston. 7, Joanna Calder, Mungai Bearsden. 8, Susia Smith, Grangemouth. And 9, Kyra Gumbrell from Ren 96. Oh, it looks like it's lane 6. Anna Dixon, possibly. Just going to touch in first there. Oh, no, it's Lexine McCappin, the Falkirk Otter swimmer, 38.01. Anna Dixon in second, 38.12. And Millie Colvin, 38.37. Consideration time just missed there by 100th of a second by Lexine. Commiserations to her.
Heat 6, Zoe Crawford, Emma Chambers, Eva McDermott, Millie Barton, Eva Kirkham, Kimberly Willis, Ciara Hart, Mirren Gibb, Victoria Weir, Tara Montgomery. That last heat, the swimmers under 39.40, 39.30 in that one. Probably improved on consideration times. Let's see how this one develops. Eva Kirkham, the yellow cap of Grangemouth going well. Millie Barton, red cap at Belsill Sharks, also prominent is Ciara Hart in 6. Kimberly Willis in 5. And Victoria Weir's also well there. It's Millie Barton, 37.17. Eva Kirkham, 36.736. 37.51, Victoria Weir. So these girls may have improved their times. 37.17 for Millie. Gets her a guaranteed swim. 30.
And this is Heat 7, the final heat of Event 406. Lane 0, Alice Cumming. 1, Evie Judge. Empty lane 2. 3, Rebecca Cole. Ailey Robertson. Catriona Stewart. Alana Wilson. Ailey McNair. Ailey MacArthur. And Brooke Rogerson. And as to be expected, we see Ailey Robertson, the South Ayrshire swimmer, leading the pace, but alongside her and challenging her, Catriona Stewart, the 18-year-old from West Dunbartonshire. But I think it will be Ailey. She'll just hold off Catriona. And indeed it is there. Ailey Robertson won 33.81. Catriona Stewart 34.15. And Alana Wilson 35.64. These girls already had qualifying times for the national age groups. As we move on to event 407, and it's now the turn of the boys, 50-metre breaststroke.
Just while that's about to start, we'll give the 1, 2, 3 and the boys 200 free. Andrew Patterson in the 13s, City Glasgow, Stephen Nustacks, Stirling Stingrays, Kaelin Cardy, Stirling Swimming. 14-year-olds, Fraser van der Muller, Stirling Swimming. Kel Mossman, Daniel Henry, City Glasgow. 15-year-olds, Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire, Tom Jeffords, round 96, Dean Bergatti, Hamilton Bass. Our 16-year-olds, Adam Scott, round 96, Logan van der Meulen, Stirling Swimming, and Jack Docherty Simpson from Scotia. Our 17-18s, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swimming, Jack Simpson, East Kilbride, and Fergus Curry, M&B. That's us bang up to date, as we have just the 50 breaststroke to follow now. So, if you Pugulu, Blair Wilson, Callum Traynor, Fraser McCulloch, Sam McCrow, Finlay Gudici, Jacob Taylor, Kieran Brown. So it's his 2 middle lanes. Fraser McCulloch being challenged by Sam McCrow. Finlay Gudici also well there. I think it's between those three. Finlay Gudici challenging Fraser McCulloch, Finlay and Sam. That's how it finishes, 36.97 for Fraser. $37.38 and $37.64 for Sam.
And we move on to Heat 2. Lane 0, Lucas Craw, Keir Campbell, Aidan Thompson, Finlay Byrne, Tyler Stewart, Oscar Mugan-Sharrett, Jimmy Lang, Andrew Brackenridge, Rhys Hamilton and Joe Jamieson. So we do have some boys with consideration times here, and others will be seeking those this afternoon. Mixture of age groups, so it does depend on their age, but it looks to me like it's going to be Tyler Stewart first, 34.33. Oscar Mugan-Sharrett in second, 35.44. and Reese Hamilton 35.72. So some improved consideration times there.
Heat 3. Looks like an empty lane in 0. 1 to 9. Finlay Cunningham, Adam Thompson, Kai Connolly, Adam Curry, Ben Montgomery, Cameron Shaw, Jack Docherty Simpson, Aidan McCavish, Aidan Nixon. Pretty fair level at halfway. And bobbing up and down in lane 5. It's Ben Montgomery, perhaps, who just has a minor advantage. It's very tight. Ben Montgomery, Kai Connolly, perhaps. Ben Montgomery, Jack Docherty Simpson. It's tight. Ben Montgomery, Adam Thompson, and Jack Docherty Simpson. 1, 2, 3, 33.11, 34.24, and 34.41. Ben Montgomery gets a consideration time for that one.
And this is the final heat of this event. Heat in lane 0, Callum MacArthur, Kyle Wong, Benjamin Jones, Marcus Blake, Lewis Gray, Robbie Carlyle, Finlay Sang, Craig Shaw, Thomas Traynor, and Fraser McIntosh. So a couple of boys chasing a qualification time, very close. Benjamin Jones has a consideration time, needs 32.70, as does Fraser McIntosh. Watch these, what the finish here. Robbie Carlyle 1, Lewis Gray 2nd, and Craig Shaw 3rd. So, boys missed out on qualification times there, but as I said, do have consideration times for the upcoming national event. There's the results confirmed. Robbie Carlyle 31.58, Lewis Gray 31.73, and Craig Shaw 32.56. So we now move on to longer distance by far, event 408, and this is the girls 11 to 18 1500 meter freestyle. We have 2 heats of this event this afternoon, and during the course of this we'll give you some results. We have the results here of 406, but I'll just wait for the girls to get underway before we announce that. So a mixture of ages here, 2 13-year-olds, 2 14-year-olds, and a 16-year-old. So they will all be chasing different times for snags. However, Daisy Gildea, well, not however, but lucky for Daisy, she's entered this afternoon. We're already with a qualifying time under her belt. So we'll see whether she can improve on that this afternoon. So, heat 1 of 2, event 408, lane 2, Iris Ware, Rutherglen. 3, Caitlin Morton, City of Glasgow. 4, Daisy Gildea, City of Glasgow. 5, Megan McDonald, Stirling Swim. And 6, Alicia Thompson, Cumbernauld. So as I said, I've got some results here. Have a look at event 406. 15-year-old girls 50 metre breaststroke. First place, Alana Wilson, Bells Hill Shark. Her teammate Millie Barton in second. And Victoria Weir, Falkirk Otter in third. 16-year-old girls. First place goes to Ailey Robertson, South Ayrshire. Second, Ailey McNair, Milngavie Bearsden. And third, Rebecca Cole, Hamilton Bath. 17 to 18-year-olds. First place goes to Catriona Stewart, Western Bartonshire. Second, Ailey MacArthur, Milngavie Bearsden. And third, Ava Kirkham in Grangemouth. And it's lane 6. Megan, beg your pardon, start that again. Be lane 5. Megan McDonald from Stirling Swim. The first 100 metres leading the field. Megan is the oldest swimmer, 16 years of age. Her entry time here 20:19:40. First 100 metres completed in a time of 1:13:91. Then Iris Ware second and Daisy Gilday third. Results here for event 407. The boys 15 years, 50 metre breaststroke. First place Craig Shaw, Lanark. Second, Callum MacArthur, Milngavie Bearsden. And third, Aidan McCavish, Bowness. 16-year-olds. First place goes to Finlay Sang from City of Glasgow. His teammate Marcus Blake in second. And Thomas Trainer, East Kilbride in third. 7 to 18-year-old boys, 50 metre breaststroke. First place goes to Hamilton Bath swimmer Robbie Carlisle. Lewis Gray from Inverclyde in second. And Ben Montgomery, Stirling Swim in third. So sorry if we go back to the pool now. Apologies there. Megan McDonald continues to lead the field. Daisy Gilday in behind her. And Iris Ware, I think, is in third now. Yep, that's the board updated to confirm that. So as we said earlier, Daisy already has a time for nationals. Iris is 14 years of age, so she's looking for 20:22:60 for a consideration time. Qualification for her would be 19:37:90. Megan McDonald needs 19:37:40 for a consideration and 18:59:80 for qualification. I do think, however, that the pace will need to be picked up if she's going to achieve that this afternoon. Daisy's now moving up along onto her toes. Let's watch and see Iris Ware. Could be within reach of a consideration time this afternoon. but the girls are going to need to pick up the pace in the water. So the pacing for the leaders here are around 20:15. So it's possible that Iris, if she keeps up with them, she's younger, 14, could well get herself a consideration time here this afternoon. But it is still Megan McDonald who's going to come up to leading the field for the first 500 metres of this 1,500 metre event for the girls. Daisy Gilday in behind her. Iris Ware in lane 2 in 3rd place. Caitlin Morton 4th and Alicia Thompson 5th at the moment. Oh my giddy aunt. I shouldn't be allowed with this radio.
So at the moment we're pacing sort of 2:10, 2:15 pace. Sorry, I wish they were. Would be world record 20:10, 20:15. Iris Ware in 3rd place, around 10 seconds further back. It's probably pacing perhaps somewhere around about the 2:45ish, 2:50 mark. So certainly pacing going much faster than entry time, 22:07, the Royal Grand swimmer. But we'd have to really pick something special out in the next 200 or 300 to get anywhere near that 2022 consideration time, which is at least, let's say, 15-20 seconds over that pace at the moment. So we'd expect a time somewhere around about 7:58, 59 if the pace is pretty steady. It certainly is 7:59. So we're pacing somewhere around 81.5 seconds. It's been there or thereabouts. So we've settled into a nice rhythm. As Jackie says, Daisy Goldie is probably just doing this for a swim. Our entry time is 20:15. So she's inside that qualifying time of 23:60. So when Iris hits the turn there, you get an idea. She was roughly 10, 11 seconds behind. She's now 14. So certainly I don't see Iris getting anywhere near that consideration time. It's really just about the swims for the girls, improving their entry times. Megan on a 2019, pacing just a little bit faster than that at the moment. Again, very consistent, 81 second plus. She's about 2 seconds advantage over Daisy at the moment. Iris now turning 3rd, some 15 seconds behind the leader. There you go, sorted. So halfway mark, just over 10 minutes for Megan and Daisy. So double that, add a little bit on, and that is the expected time. Iris 10:16, double that, add a little bit on, and again you're round about the 10:40ish mark, and she needs a 10:22. So she's got to find something special the Royal Glen swimmer to get anywhere near that consideration time. So 10:41.82. It's very consistent, 81 and a bit. Daisy Goldie still a few seconds further back. If anything, Megan's just beginning to pull away a little bit from Daisy. Both virtually identical splits for that last 50, 40-20 and 40-21. So we're expecting a split somewhere around 12:03 here. Again, a low 81, second plus. So we're in pretty close to a 2:10 range here. So the 20:10 range. Gaps now open up to almost 5 seconds. Iris almost 18 seconds behind the leader now. So unless she really picks up now in the next 100 or so, Iris has got absolutely no chance of getting a consideration time. Well, Megan 40-33 against the 41.06. Iris 41.27. Second or slow, so slower than Megan. Iris really got to try and pace around the 80-second mark to give her half a chance. Megan 1. 13:23.73 with 500 to go. She has almost 5 seconds advantage, Jackie, over Daisy.
So Megan McDonald continues to lead the field. Sorry, Robert. Okay, so the last 100 there, just under 81 seconds. So the pace is picking up just a little bit. As Megan turns, she's got 450 meters to go. Daisy's in behind her. As Robert was saying earlier, the gap has opened up between Megan and Daisy now. Earlier on in the race, Daisy was very much in contact with Megan. Megan's responded to that in this latter third of the race and moved herself away. So Daisy's there in behind her. Still Iris Ware in third place. 14:44.24 for Megan at the turn there. Sorry, Robert. She has really picked up the pace. Last 100, 80 and 0.5. And I think we can see that for ourselves in the pool. She is moving away from Daisy. So Iris continues to swim well. Get some encouragement from her teammates there over on the other side. Who knows, she may just get herself inside that consideration time. She's got a bit to do, but it's not impossible. So Iris has got to find sort of around 6 seconds to be able to get herself inside a consideration time. It's not impossible as Megan comes and turns there. 300 meters to go. A little bit slower there than the last 50. Daisy Gilday second. 16:14:50. As we've said earlier, this will be a swim for Daisy, just a practice so that she can practice practice before in the national age groups in Aberdeen in 2.5 weeks' time. So at the moment we're looking at a pacing for Megan of around 20:06 finish time. So Iris's time will be around 20:30 on that pacing. So she's got to pick up the pace. So she's going to have to drop a couple of seconds for the every 100 for the next until she finishes. She's got 250 meters to go. So she definitely needs that encouragement from her teammates. Megan turns there. 200 meters to go. Certainly lots of shouts of encouragement for Iris there. Let's hope she can hear you. And Megan is really beginning to move now, as we can see, pulling away all the time from Daisy. Lap card there shows 3 lengths to go, 150 meters. I think Robert was still pacing around over the 20 mark though, aren't we, for Megan? Yeah. So would have to really pull something out of the bag to get herself a qualifying time this afternoon. But she's led the race from the start. Don't think she's going to be caught by anybody. Nearest competitor is Daisy. And here's Megan comes up and here's the bell. The first to do so. So she knows she's got 2 lengths to go. Daisy's also going to hear that sound as she comes in. 1,400 meters there. Iris is going to hear the bell as well. But that wasn't a faster 50 meter for her at all there. Well, she's pacing around 81.50.5 at the moment. Don't think it's going to be fast enough for a qualifying time, Robert, is it? Yeah, she's still looking at around 20:30 as a finish time. So she'd really have to pull something out of the bag in the last 100 meters. But she's probably running out of time to do so. As Megan has turned for the final turn and is heading for home. She's just got about 20 meters left to go. Will be the 16-year-old from Stirling Swim, who has led the field from the start, moved away from the challenge by Daisy Gilday, and Megan finishes there in a time of 1:20:03:67. I beg your pardon. Daisy comes in to finish 20:15:65. Iris is in the closing stages of her race. We'll just keep an eye on the time there, but I think she's already well out of a qualifying time. Yeah, 20:28:85. Unfortunate. Fortunate for Iris there. The City of Glasgow swimmer Caitlin Morton comes in to finish 20:47:22. Let's hear some encouragement for Alicia Thompson in lane 6 from Cumbernauld. She turns and heads for home. And she knows it. She's picking up the pace there. She just wants to get this done and dusted this afternoon. We have one more heat in this event, and that will be the last heat for the girls this afternoon. So a big cheer here as Alicia Thompson comes in to finish her 1500 metres this afternoon, finishing there in a time which is not recording on the board at the moment, 21:35:31. So well done to the girls. Don't envy them swimming that distance. Megan McDonald, Daisy Gilday, Iris Ware, you're 1, 2 and 3 in Heat 1.
So all 10 go in our final heat. 0, Lisa McNair, Grangemouth. 1, Eloise Kennedy, City Glasgow. 2, Melissa Menney, East Kilbride. 3, Alia Cochrane, City Glasgow. 4, Cara Gordon, Stirling Swimming. 5, Emma Creaney, Cumbernauld. 6, Olivia Caldwell, City Glasgow. Teammates Madeline Patterson. 7, Lucy Nimmo. 8, and Amy Rowell in 9. Well, it's usual suspects from the clubs doing this again. City Glasgow, East Kilbride, Stirling and Grangemouth. All these clubs do a lot of distance stuff. But we have Cara Gordon with an entry time that's almost a minute faster than anyone else. Her entry time actually is a qualifying time for Nationals. And 1:08:63. Cara Gordon is the West District Senior Open Water Champion that she got last August up at Loch Venacher. I would expect that she'll want to do that again this year. This year it's in July, 29th of July, Saturday 29th of July is the West District Open Water. It may well be on the West District webpage, all the dates for the National Open Water hopefully are now on the West District calendar. If you want to double check, you can also find it on Scottish Swimming's webpage under the Open Water section. East District on Saturday the 4th of June. Midlands is the 25th of June, which is also the qualifier for the Nationals down south. Our one at the end of July. Scottish National Open Water weekend, 12th, 13th of August. And the North on the 2nd of September. So Cara Gordon, 2:20.94 after the 200 mark. So see if she's set on to something like a 72-ish split for every 100. Alia Cochrane trying to stick with her. And Cumbernauld Emma Creaney up there along with East Kilbride's Melissa Menney, who's had a very busy and fairly successful weekend, I think, for Melissa. Melissa Many, her entry time 19:50.85. That was achieved here at the beginning of February at the West District Long Course meet. She was the winner of that event, so she'll want to try and go a little bit faster if she can. She's now pulled into third place, 3:34.18. So just over 73 for Cara. Emma Creaney just dropped down a little bit. Madeline Patterson in 5th. Ellie Kennedy 6th. 7th, Olivia Colwell. Lucy Nimmo in 8th. Lisa McNair 9th. And Amy Rowell sitting 10th. So approaching the 400 mark for our leader. Got a nice advantage, 4:48.73. It's around a 73 and a half pace at the moment. So coming back to Olivia Colville, she's got an entry time, the 14-year-old, 19:50.10. She finished 5th recently at the North Ayrshire 200 meet, 19:32.65. So convert that time, and it's pretty similar to her entry time, 19:50.10. Long course, 19:37.90 is the time she's got to do to get a qualifying time. Her leader's still going pretty well, Jackie. Maybe just slowing down a little bit, that pace just dropping a fraction. And I'll give Jackie a wee update on finish times potentially very, very shortly. Jackie.
Thank you very much, Robert. So the West District Open Water champion, Cara Gordon, continues to lead the field here. Ayla Cochran trying to close the gap. And Melissa Many has had some good swims over the weekend, is in 3rd. So 5 seconds between 1st and 2nd. And okay. So the current pacing is around 18.5 minutes for the girls. Well, certainly for Cara, I mean. But she's got the qualifying time. She'll be doing this for some practice before the big event at Nationals. So just at this sort of middle section of this 1500 metre, the pace is beginning to drop. Sitting around 76. It had been a bit lower than that, 73, 74. But she still has 850 metres to go. Bit of pickup and pace there, and that last 50, the same for Ayla Cochran in 2nd. Who knows? Cara Gordon, Ayla Cochrane. Now you're 1 and 2. Just around the halfway mark here in the 1500 meters. Melissa Meni continues to stay in touch. I think the gap is beginning to close a little bit there. But certainly between Ayla and Melissa. Behind 1, 2 and 3, it's Maddie Patterson in 4th. Maddie swimming there 8:50.71. Okay. So as the pace continues to slow, we're looking at around an 18:40, 18:45 finish now. So whether the girls can pick up the pace later on in this race. But as I'm sure they know that the more they allow it to slip away, the more difficult it is to pick it back up again. So Cara Gordon there at the 800 meters, 9:50.51. 6 seconds behind her. So the pace is definitely slowing. That was around 76 for the last 100 meters. Madeline Patterson is now in 3rd, 10:07.36. She's got herself in front of Melissa Meni. But I'm not sure Melissa's going to let her get away with that without a bit of a fight. Just watch what's happened up at the turn there, as it looks like Melissa to me anyway from this angle. It's picking up the pace to respond to that challenge from Madeline Patterson. No, Madeline's hanging on to her 3rd place there at the turn. Melissa Meni just 2 seconds behind her. So Cara Gordon, 11:05.57. Picked up a wee, the pace just picking up a little bit there. It was, said to you a moment ago, it was around 76, it's now around 75. Ayla Cochrane, 11:12.53. Some 7 seconds behind Cara. Maddie Patterson remains in 3rd place. It's just about 1.5 seconds between her and Melissa Meni. So it was 2 seconds a moment last time I looked at that. So Melissa's picking up the pace a little bit to try and come back at Madeline. So in behind these girls in the top 4 places, Ellie Kennedy. I beg your pardon, Ellie Louise Kennedy from City of Glasgow in 5th. Olivia Caldwell 6th. So these girls have all been swimming certainly today, if not also yesterday. A long distance at the end of a long and busy weekend for many of our swimmers. So 1,000 meters completed, another 500 to go. Cara Gordon remains ahead of the field, Ayla Cochrane behind her, Maddie Patterson in 3rd and Melissa Meni in 4th. Ellie Kennedy is obviously looking to chase down Melissa. Not a lot of time, between about 1.5 seconds between those two. Ellie will be able to see Melissa. So 7 is Lucy Nimmo, 8 Emma Creaney. Robert, do you want to take that?
I think they want to keep an eye on is Madeline Patterson, lane 7. She's in 3rd place. But the City of Glasgow team need to give her plenty of encouragement at the moment. gut feeling tells me that she's got to get 19:05.70 to get a qualifying time. She's going to certainly have a very good consideration time, but I think she might be a few seconds over that pace, so she needs plenty of encouragement, guys. Cara Gordon 13:36.03. Well, we're looking roughly around a 19:37 for our leader. At the moment, she has quite a healthy advantage over Madeline Patterson. Cara Gordon 11:50, 14:13. So we'll see what Madeline's time at that split is. I suspect it's going to be about 14:30 odds. 14:36, so 23 seconds. That puts her virtually on, if she paces the very same as Cara Gordon, which she's not, that paces her round at the 19-minute mark, and she's got about another 300 or 400 to go, so it's going to be pretty tight, but she needs to just keep picking it up a wee bit more to give her a chance to get inside that time. Cara Gordon, steady pace, 14:51.13. So it's still very much in the mid 1830s for our leader. Madeline Patterson at 39.72. She needs to get 38s, 38 and a halves, not 39s. So it will be hurting, I'm sure. Oh yeah, Cochrane roughly 10 seconds further back on the leader. So she's going to finish somewhere around the 1850 mark, is Alia. 18:49 is a qualifying time, so both the City Glasgow girls have still got a wee bit to do in the last few hundred metres. Alia's sort of on the borderline of getting in. Madeline a little bit more on the borderline here. 38 and a half, that last 50. Let's see what this last 50 is when she hits the wall. Well, 38.58. It's still doable though. But she's got to work really, really hard. Cara Gordon, 37 and a half. Alia Cochrane at 37.17. She looks as though she maybe just got the bit between her teeth. I think Alia Cochrane will sneak in under 18:49. Can her teammate in third place also get time that gets her in? Fingers crossed. Two different ages here. 17-18 category for Alia. Madeline in the 15 category as our leader hits the bell. $17.21. Well, I'm expecting about an 18.35 for Cara. Alia 17.32. Well, 17.46 maybe for Alia. Madeline Patterson, the bell coming. 17.50. Well, it's 19.05. She's got to really motor. Give her plenty of encouragement, City Glasgow coaches and staff. She needs to come back. 75 seconds. Cara Gordon with 25 to go. Alia Cochrane, 37 and a half. That's great for her. She'll be okay. Madeline Patterson, 37.6. Right, Madeline, give it everything down the final 50. We need a 37. Cara Gordon, 18:34.82. Alia Cochrane, 18:49. Well done, 18:45.15. 19:05.70. Keep it going, Madeline. 10 to go. It's going to be very, very tight. Can she do it? Well done, Madeline. 19:04.20, a second and a half in. Well done to the two City Glasgow girls. Second and third qualifying times for nationals. Well done. Ellie Kennedy, 19:03.23 over on that far side. Well, you've sneaked in as well. Wow. And Olivia Caldwell, Olivia Caldwell, as Jackie's just mentioned, has a qualifying time in the 14-year-olds. Well, what a great race we've had to finish the 1500. Still got Lisa McNair to finish the job. Well, quite a number of swimmers getting what they needed today. So well done, ladies. Ellie Louise Kennedy getting a qualifying time as well. Melissa Many also a qualifying time, third and fourth, fifth. Well, Emma Craney just missing out. So that result now on the board. So a lot of the swimmers getting some cracking times. Melissa, Ellie, Madeline, Alia, Olivia Caldwell, I think consideration times. Well done, ladies. Those hugs well deserved. Well done.
And we move on to event 409. This is the final event of this weekend's programme and this afternoon. This is the boys 14 to 18 200 metre IM. We have 6 heats. This is heat 1, lane 0, Joe Crawford, Scotia. Reserve swimmer Murray Callan from Lark Hall in lane 1. 2, Conor McCrory, Inverclyde. 3, Kai McKechnie, Oban. 4, Cole Murphy, City of Glasgow. 5, Cameron Beck, Inverclyde. 6, Callan Forsyth, South Ayrshire. 7, Arta Bondo Rieva, City of Glasgow. 8, George Dimowski, Stranraer Stingrays. And 9, Kieran Brown, City of Glasgow. So Murray's entry time as a reserve here, 2:51.60. Bit of a mixture of ages here, but 14-year-olds are looking for a 2:41.70 for consideration, 2:35.30. So we'll see what happens with the boys' times today, but it's the Oban swimmer, Kai McKechnie, turning first there after the first 100 metres, 1:14.15. Cameron Beck second and Cole Murphy in third. After the turn, however, Cameron Beck looks like he's taken the lead. It's the advantage. Kai McKechnie's still up there. Cole Murphy's still up there. But it's the Cameron Beck from Inverclyde. He's going to go into the wall first and turn. head for home, 2:03.72. So Cameron is a 14-year-old. He needs to come back and finish in a time of 2:41.70. So see what he can do in behind him. Lane 0 swimming really well over there. Joe Crawford, green cap of Scotia. He was second at the 150 metres there, 2:04.68. Just keep an eye on these boys' times. I think it is going to be the Inverclyde swimmer finishing first, Scotia second, and City of Glasgow third. So Cameron Beck, 2:39.44. Joe Crawford, 2:41.04, and Cole Murphy, 2:41.86. So that's a consideration time for the Scotia swimmer, Joe Crawford.
Second heat, 0 Riley Griffin, Adrian Monklands, 1 Ruben Pearson, Belsilk Sharks, 2 Alex Stitch, Stirling Swimming, 3 Cameron Hamill, North Ayrshire, 4 Kyle Mossman, City Glasgow, 5 Efe Ugupuglu, South Ayrshire, teammate Joe Jimison in 6, 7 Finlay Goodici, Renfrew Bass, 8 Kenneth Trainer, East Kilbride, 9 Ewan McMahon, Falkirk Otter. Well, it looks like the early leader might be Efe in lane 5. It is 32.02. Right, I'll give you results for that 15 free. 13, 14-year-olds, Daisy Goldie, Amy Rowell, who both had qualifying times already. Caitlin Morton just missing out. But she has a better qualifying time. That's the 1, 2, 3. And the 14-year-olds, Olivia Caldwell getting a qualifying time and winning it. Lisa McNair improving her qualifying time. And Iris Ware just missing out in third. 3 girls, 1, 2, 3, Melissa Menny, East Kilbride, Eloise Kennedy and Madeline Patterson, City Glasgow. All 3 less than a second and a half between them, all getting qualifying times. 15-year-olds, Lucy Nimmo and Megan McDonald, 1 and 2. Lucy Nimmo getting a consideration time. And in the 18-year-olds, Cara Gordon, Alia Cochrane, both with qualifying times. Emma Creaney missing out, but the entry time that she had is actually a consideration time. So that's the 1500 up to date. Ladies, well done, and please collect those well-deserved medals. So halfway mark, it's Alex Stitch from Stirling, who's really beginning to pull away now on that breaststroke section. Kyle Mossman, City Glasgow, and maybe Cameron Hamill, along with Kenneth Trainer. Kenneth on the near side, very much in the mix in third place. Although our leader Alex Stitch, I think, is well clear. Unless someone can bring something out special at the end. Alex Stitch, 2:40.31 entry time, 15-year-old. He needs a 2:35.30 to get a consideration time. So Alex Stitch is going to take this. Second place, Kyle Mossman, and third place, Kenneth Trainer. Consideration time for Alex, 2:34.99. Second place, Kyle Mossman, 2:36.60. So that also gives him an improved consideration time. And Kenneth Trainer in third place gets a consideration time in that last heat. Well done, lads.
And this is Heat 3, Lane 0, Carl Connolly, City of Glasgow, 1 Caleb Geddes, Bales Hill Sharp. 2, Michael Winship, City of Glasgow. 3, Eclava Singh, Scotia. 4, Rory Calvert, Grangemouth. 5, Aidan McCavish, Bowness. 6, Daniel Hendry, City of Glasgow. 7, Kyle Harper, South Ayrshire. 8, Adam Merrick, Cumbernauld. And 9, Aidan Thompson, City of Glasgow. So after the first 50 metres, it is Rory Calvert in the centre of the pool there, lane 4, 31.49, Daniel Henry 31.77, and Caleb Geddes 31.87. By my calculation, Daniel Henry is the only one in the water who has a qualifying time already for this event. He's a 14 years of age, so his entry time here, 2:35.14, qualifies him for this event at SNAGs. Aidan McCavish and Kyle Harper either side of him already have consideration times, but they'll be seeking to improve those this afternoon. So Kyle will be looking for a time of 2:35.30. Not too far away from that, to be fair. So that's achievable for him this afternoon. So we'll keep an eye on what's happening. But it's Daniel Henry who is leading the breaststroke section, leading the field here, I think, showing his strengths in this stroke. We have often said before that the leaders can change at the breaststroke in an IM, but Daniel's going to turn first here. 1:56.92. Eclava Singh, Scotia swimmer, 1:58.96. And Kyle Connolly, 1:59.21. The boys all turn and head for home. Oh no, honestly. So can Daniel hold this? I think he's going to. Eclava, I think, Singh will come in second. Although he's certainly being challenged a lot. Oh, right to the wall there. Let's have a look at that. Rory Calvert just sneaked in. 2:34.22. Eclava Singh, 2:34.35. So let's just have a look at the times here. As the results are confirmed, Daniel Hendry 2:32.56, Rory Calvert 2:34.22, and Eclava Singh 2:34.35. So some.
Well, the two Wren boys not going in this one, so we have 0, Jude Mowbray, City Glasgow. 1, Craig Shaw, Lanark. 2, Yusuf Ibrahim, City of Glasgow. 3 and 4 empty. 5, Alfie Churches, City Glasgow. 6, Rory Duncan, South Ayrshire. 7, Matthew Martin, Renfrew Bass. 8, Finlay Watson, East Kilbride. And 9, Finlay Bennett from Rutherglen. Well, Finlay the only one in this one who has a qualifying time. A lot of the lads are trying to get improved qualifying times, or actually get qualifying times. So at the moment it's Matthew Martin, 29.97. He's the oldest in this. Alfie Churches, 17. Both those two lads. 25.50 is the realistic target they've got to aim for, which is the consideration time for the older age group. So Matthew was leading, however, halfway marks. Now 17-year-old Alfie Churches, 1:08.57. It's a good breaststroke to give him half a chance. Over on the far side, Jude Mowbray, City Glasgow. A lot of the 15-year-olds already have consideration times, so they will want to certainly improve them if they can, and maybe even get qualifying times. 2:29.30 is the qualifying time for the 15-year-olds. Yusuf Ibrahim motoring in lane 1. 2:26.50 is the 16-year-old qualifying time. Yusuf hasn't yet got a consideration time, but I think he'll rectify that perhaps with that good breaststroke. Alfie Churches 1:53.57. Oh, he's got to come back sub 32. Yusuf Ibrahim got to come back somewhere around 35 to get a consideration time. And third place, Matthew Martin, Finlay Watson and Finlay Bennett flying. Finlay Watson doing okay, but can we just missing out on a time is Alfie. Yusuf Ibrahim 2:31.54. Well, that actually gets him a consideration time. Well done, Yusuf. Should be pleased with that, sir. And third place, Finlay Watson, 2:32.85. Just misses out on a consideration time. So the good news in that one is Yusuf gets a qualifying time for Nationals.
So we move on to Heat 5, Lane 0, Jake Ferguson, Grangemouth. 1, Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde. 2, Benjamin Jones, Lanark. 3, Ethan Collins, Bells Hill. 4, Cameron Shaw, Grangemouth, Empty Lane 5. 6, Benji Jeffries, South Ayrshire. 7, Callum MacArthur, Milngavie and Bearsten, Empty Lane 8. And 9, Lachlan Small from Stirling Swim. So Benji Jeffries turns behind, second place behind Cameron Shaw, and then Ethan Collins in third place after 50 metres.
This has made a big difference, though, hasn't it? Having the helps.
Means you can look at that without having down there.
Cameron Shaw continues to swim well. He is being challenged on the other side by Ethan Collins. I think he's got himself up into second. Archie MacArthur, Inverclyde swimmer, also swimming well. See what happens at him. So we have Cameron Shaw, Ethan Collins, Benji Jeffries, 1, 2 and 3. Lane 9, need to keep an eye on Lachlan Small as he shows his strength with the breaststroke. And although it's difficult to see from this angle, with all of his teammates cheering on the swimmers, nice to see. But I think Lachlan's got himself ahead. A wee lead. I'll just wait for the screen to show me that the boys come into view. Yeah, he's certainly closed that gap significantly. Turning third there. Cameron Shaw first, Ethan Collins second, Lachlan Small in third. So moving himself through the field there as the boys all turn and head for home. So Cameron Shaw, Ethan Collins, are they aware of the threat that Lachlan Small is to them? Cameron Shaw, I think, still has the advantage. So whether Ethan can keep Lachlan at bay, this race is definitely going to be Cameron's, and Lachlan comes in second, Ethan in third. 1:24.95 for Cameron, 2:25.50 for Lachlan, and 2:26.85 for Ethan. As we move on to the final heat of event 409 and of the weekend.
I better finish. I better do something. Stuff going. Final event, Guy Pelosi 0, City Glasgow. 1, Harry Kirk, Rain 96. 2, Connor Stewart, Stirling Swimming. 3, Finlay Nelson, Dumfries. 4, Nathan Campbell, Stirling Swimming, his teammate Logan van der Meulen in 5. 6, Fergus Curry, M&B. 7, Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire. 8, Keane Smith, City Glasgow, and teammate Kel Wong, also City Glasgow. Well, I'm sure a lot of these lads will be glad it's all over because they've been swimming a lot of events today and yesterday. Nathan Campbell, Logan van der Meulen, 2 culprits have done a fair bit. Connor Stewart, another Stirling swimmer in lane 2, going well. Fergus Curry in 6, not that far behind. So we're getting to halfway mark. Nathan already has a qualifying time, so let's see if he can improve on his entry time. He's well clear of the rest of the field at the moment. Logan turns 2nd, Fergus Curry in 3rd. This is where it will sort the men and the boys on the breaststroke section. Going nicely in 3 is Connor Stewart. Another one that does a lot of the open water. I've already done the plugs for the open water earlier on, so if you've missed it, please revisit the live stream and you'll pick it up. But Nathan Campbell, with just over 50 to go, has this one well wrapped up. Logan van der Meulen with a good breaststroke. Looks as though he's a certainty for 2nd, and looks like a Stirling 1, 2, 3 unless Lewis Gibson can post something out the bag. So advantage with Nathan by around 6, 7, 8 metres now. Logan van der Meulen comfortable in 2nd. Will it be Stirling's 3rd, or can South Ayrshire with Lewis Gibson sneak in? Nathan Campbell takes that, 2:15.66. Logan van der Meulen 2nd, and South Ayrshire spoil the party, getting 3rd. 2:22.75 for Lewis Gibson. So that concludes events for the weekend. Just like to thank everyone, spectators, all poolside staff, our officials, and a big thank to everyone on the live stream. Thanks for joining us over the weekend. Hope you've enjoyed the West District Pre-Stags meet. So from Jackie Smith and myself, Robert Taylor, wish you goodbye, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. And just for everyone poolside, as I say, thank you to all our officials for all your help over the weekend. Big thanks for our senior officials getting us